from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. Fielded near the back of the end zone. They had no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Stafford on first down. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. He's locked in early. Two nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing is Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Touchdown, Detroit! Nick Barnett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. A short kick taken at the 18.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
18 more yards there and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin.
Jackson.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Lions' 18-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Jackson will throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. To throw again is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. Sheds another. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Throwing is Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Making an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
He can run for, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Stafford going to give it to Swift.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. Stafford able to find Hockenson for a Lion 1st down.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more time.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. After the sack on first down, Stafford, catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back to the running game with Swift. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. His throw caught. at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pick up there of 20 yards. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got it. And he is out of bounds here. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jackson's going to try the sneak. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there. And now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and score. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll roll him out right. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Baltimore.
Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Well, when you've got a guy like Marquise Goodwin, a former Olympian, mind you, you've got to devise ways to get the football in his hands, and mission accomplished there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They'll run here with Swift.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Stafford, he's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
33-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
Jackson.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And Jackson throwing once more. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
17.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Going right back to Galladay. Touchdown, Detroit! Kenny Galladay with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Let's go!
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Just 2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Jackson. Dancing to his left. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Flush to his right. Deep ball for Goodwin. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. 3rd down here.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Being chased out left.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass, and everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze the throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. This time, Jackson will throw it. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
First down, Baltimore.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 30. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson will throw again, rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Eluding the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Stafford. There's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running is Swift. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And they can't corral him. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First down, and they go with Swift again. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Ball carrier. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's
a great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Lions, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. it.